Hey, good afternoon. My name is Mr. Burrows, and this is Ms. Campbell.
Hey.
And we're going to take you through True North Logic today. So, this is the Anson County Schools homepage. And to begin with, you're going to go through the NCED Cloud, which will take you to this Rapid Identity page. And then we're going to go into True North Logic. And from here, I'll let Ms. Campbell tell you about how you can do your evaluations and self-assessments and all those things.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Burrows. All right, from here, and I appreciate Mr. Burrows allowing us to use his page to show you, demonstrate how to do this. So we're going to go through and we'll be working with Mr. Burrows's orientation, his self-assessment, and PDP. We won't go through the whole thing, but just to show you kind of how to do it. So first of all, you just go up and you click on My Evaluation. Okay, the red warning here will just show you that make sure you're verified that you are in the right whatever. If you're a teacher or if you're a library media coordinator, so just double check and make sure it should be set for the right one. If not, just let the principal know. All right, so the first one we're going to go into is the standard evaluation tab. Some of yours may say comprehensive evaluation. So when we click on that, this is where you'll find your training and orientation. Okay, so there you'll see the training orientation and it'll have an activity that needs to be done. Then you click the blue training orientation again. Okay, so what you need to do here is it's not actually a long training that you're going to have to complete or a module. It just has a couple blue links right here if you'd like to go in and look at the evaluation rubrics and the teacher evaluation policy. That has been explained to you in the full-length training that you've done. You go up here and you click the Edit button for your orientation and the day that, that you completed orientation, which you can check today or whatever day you go in. Mr. Stinson actually introduced that to the staff last Tuesday, Wednesday, 21st, 22nd, whenever we had the full staff meeting. So if you'd like to go back and just identify that as the date that you were made aware of this, that's fine. Make sure you come down here after you've put the date in and hit Save and Exit. Don't go out of there without hitting Save and Exit. All right, so when you're done with that, you should have a green check here. Excuse me. One more thing that some people forget, and it's not going to show on the administrator's side if you don't click the Mark Complete. So up here, make sure you go up and you click Mark Complete. And once you've done that, it'll go back to the opening screen of training orientation, and it should show a green check. And it'll have it'll show on this date the date that you completed that. All right. So that is the training orientation. The next step that Mr. Stinson asked for staff to complete was the self-assessment. All right, so that's going to be under the Professional Development Plan tab. It's not the Evaluation tab. This is under the Professional Development Plan. So you'll click into the Professional Development Plan. You'll see the blue link here that says Self-Assessment. Okay, and I'm not going to, this is something that's a personal thing for you to do, so you take your time, you make sure you have something in every kind of box, whether it's developing, proficient, accomplished, distinguished. We are going to go ahead into it. Mr. Stinson, or Burrows said we could do that.
Yeah, I don't mind showing this, but I obviously haven't filled out anything yet.
Yeah, I'll go through and just tell you, then we'll back out of it and let him complete this later. But make sure when you go in the self-assessment, you're going to click on Start New. Start New. It'll bring up the rubric, and it'll have the areas of developing, proficient, accomplished, distinguished. Okay, at the top you'll see the standard, then you'll see the element. Just see what the standard is, what element, read the description. And a self-assessment is just where you evaluate yourself, where you think you are. You could be, as a new teacher, I do tell them in the training that, as a new teacher, it's not, it's okay to be in developing. And you want to make sure you're, you have 3 years to grow. And that's kind of why we do the professional development plan, is to see what areas we need to grow and work on, and, plan goals for, growth. So you just check in every box down through here. I'm just going to scroll down and just show you. You have to have something in every area, just something. If you're proficient here, you might be developing here. See, and be sure you look at your kind of the verbs at the beginning. You display an awareness of the goals here, but you actually participate here. That's the difference from developing to proficient. And in the next box, you would collaborate with other personnel. And then in the distinguished box, you would assume a leadership role in implementing that. So just kind of see where you are. I'm going to uncheck these. But just go down through every standard, every element, and make sure you have at least one thing checked in there. It will not let you finish or complete without that. So you go all the way to the end after you've completed all the boxes. Just going to scroll quickly so we can see. After you check something, you save and exit. Okay, save and exit. And that's not the last. Back at the top, and it will not show us this until we're actually done, but you will see it once I tell you. Just kind of write this down or keep it in your memory. That at the top, after you hit save and exit, once it's complete, then you'll have a tab come up here, and it'll say, or it might be a drop-down box, I believe, that says finalize. And then there will be a mark complete box. I have worked with a couple teachers that said it wasn't, they couldn't open their PDP. And I think I had to go back into the self-assessment and just make sure that they have hit finalize, and then there is a mark complete at the top. So make sure you look for 2 different boxes there. Once you've done that, you should get a green check again on the outside. You won't see that on this one because we didn't actually complete it. Okay. The professional development plan will actually be under your initial review. The initial being the beginning. You click on the activities box and go into initial review. Okay. Now, it's not going to show us a couple things that we need or that you're going to see once your self-assessment is complete. It will not show us until that's done, but you will have a new box under here and under here. There'll be 2 boxes that say new that will allow you to click on them. Okay, when you're ready to create the PDP or professional development plan, it will, you click that new button and it'll open up some fields that you fill in of goals and activities, resources, the timeline. But I will be glad to work with anyone that gets to this point and wants me to help them with, finding the standard and selecting the element. Mr. Stinson does want everyone to do the technology goal, and it was emailed out to you. If you don't know what that is, or if you are unable to get on your email yet, let me know. Come to B5 and I'll help you. I have that copied so you can see what that goal is. And then you'll select 2 other standards with a goal for each of those areas.
Stanson?
So I'll be glad to set up something individually, or I'll be calling the new teachers as a group if they would like to come in B5 as a group and kind of all work on this. that would be fine. So just get with me. My extension is 06706 if you need any assistance.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Have a great day.